What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing my Q&A for 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment down below any other video ideas you might have for me. So starting off, Rahul A says, rank all the Arrowverse shows. So yeah, I will not be counting Superman and Lois for this list because it obviously has not aired, but I will count Stargirl. So in dead last, I have to give it to Batwoman. Batwoman really just has not been that good of a show for me. At number 6, I'm going to give it to Black Lightning. Now, I know a lot of people do like Black Lightning, but for me, it just isn't that interesting of a show. At number 5, I'm going to go with Supergirl. Supergirl is lasted a few seasons, obviously, but it is just not at the entertainment level that shows like Arrow and The Flash are, so that is why it is going to be number 5. At number 4, I have Legends of Tomorrow. Now, Legends of Tomorrow, the early seasons were just so good, in my opinion. They were amazing. I even like Season 1. I think that was a great season, but obviously, recently, they have not been as good. At number 3 is Stargirl. After one season, I love the show so much. It's such a good show. Just after one season, I think it already deserves to be top 3. And obviously the top 2, I've got Arrow at number 2 and The Flash at number 1. So our next set of questions comes from George LCC 500, and his first question is favorite show non-Arrowverse, and I definitely have to give that to Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is one of my favorite shows. If you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of the most entertaining shows I think I've ever watched. And by the way, speaking of Cobra Kai, I'm going to be making some Cobra Kai videos on my second channel. That'll be in the description, so make sure you guys check that out. So his next question is, do you think the DCEU has a chance to be better than the Arrowverse? Now, this is a very interesting question because obviously we got the new Batman movie coming out, we got the Flash movie coming out, and Snyder Cut Justice League, that stuff coming out. So I really think that it does have a chance. I think it doesn't have a chance because if the Flash movie is good, I think that will really propel that the DCEU forward. Obviously, because the Flash is such a popular TV show, I feel like if the movie does well, then it will really be well received. Therefore, the DCEU could potentially propel ahead of the Arrowverse. But at this moment right now, I definitely would have to say the Arrowverse is a lot better. And his next question is favorite Arrowverse moment. That is a really tough one. There are a lot of great Arrowverse moments out there, but my favorite has to be Season 1, Episode 17 of The Flash, the opening scene when Barry and Reverse Flash, they're fighting. They go into Barry's house in the year 2000, I believe it was, and then Reverse Flash ends up killing his mother. It's kind of like how we get to see how Thawne like originated and how he got to where he was in Season 1, and I think that was a really great scene and just really interesting for me, and that definitely has to be one of my favorite Arrowverse moments. Our next set of questions comes from BBBM. He says, do you think that the Arrowverse is dying because it is not as good as it was 4 years ago? Now, if you ask me this maybe in like when the Flash season 6 started, I would say, yeah, Arrow's ending. Supergirl isn't that good. Legends of Tomorrow sucks. So I would probably say that the Arrowverse would be dying, but Superman and Lois is coming, so I think that could very well potentially save the Arrowverse and make it as popular as it once was. Next, he says rank all the Arrowverse shows, and obviously I already did that. He says mine is Arrow. It used to be The Flash, but he doesn't like Season 4 and 5 of The Flash. Yeah, I definitely get that. Season 4 and 5 of The Flash are probably the two worst seasons. Actually, I really did not like Season 3 whatsoever. 3, 4, and 5 are really not as good in my opinion. But yeah, I already ranked all the Arrowverse shows, so there you go. Our next few questions comes from Beast Boy 2.0. He says, where and when does Superman get his new costume from? I'm assuming either he or Lois will make his costume, or maybe it's just that because of the changes to Crisis, he's always had that costume, something like that, because we have not seen him since Crisis on Infinite Earths. He then says, how would you make Superman and Lois a great show? Now, what I would do probably, I like the idea of them moving back to Smallville. I think that's great. Having Sam Lane in there, I think that's good. I hope they have a version of Lex Luthor in there. I know there were some rumors of another version of Lex Luthor being casted. I think that would be a great way to have him on the show. And also just having some great scenes with great fight scenes, like this mystery villain that we've seen in this like armored suit. But yeah, we saw some great stuff in the trailer for Superman and Lois, and I really hope that the storylines for Superman's kids are going to be good, because I feel like that will be really important in this show. Then he says, have you seen the poster of Superman and Lois yet? And yes, I have. It looks pretty cool. And then lastly, he asks, what will happen to Dreamer after Supergirl ends? I don't think Dreamer's that good of a character, so I really can't see anything happening with her after Supergirl ends. And our final question today is from Lamar Official, who says, is Marvel or DC better? Now, Marvel obviously beats DC in movies. They have way better movies. TV shows, I think that DC edges Marvel out in TV shows, obviously because of the Arrowverse and all the other shows like that. But as for comics and animated films, you could really go either way on those. For comics, I'm actually going to say DC is better. Maybe it's just because I've read more DC comics than Marvel comics, but I really, really like DC comics. Animated shows, I have not seen a lot of animated shows very much, but I really like the, like the Flashpoint movie. I think that was a great movie. All the other Justice League animated movies, I think those are amazing. But yeah, with that being said, I think Marvel does have some great stuff. Spider-Man is an awesome superhero. But in my opinion, I still think DC is better than Marvel. But yeah, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment down below if you have any other questions for me. I'll be sure to answer those in the comments. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.